You know what? A lot of you brothers on here are getting too extreme. You're getting too deep and too emotional into this Africa, Africa, Africa stuff. Yes, Africa is great. Africa is glorious. And we have a rich history in Africa. But we in America, we black people here in America, you know, it's good to study African history. You can't get on here and say, fuck the Moors, fuck the Hebrew Israelites, and fuck the Muslims, because we as a people don't know who the fuck we are. You talk about this Africa, Africa, Africa stuff. Somebody in the comment box made a good point. The Africans don't even consider themselves united. They said that you'll never convince a doggone that he's a Mali from South Africa. Africa is a big continent. We as black people in America have really nothing in common with Africans. Africans don't go to church with us, they don't eat with us, they don't socialize with us, and a lot of them don't even want to talk to us. But my point is, you know, I'm not really arguing that fact that we don't really have anything in common with Africa, because I believe that we can come together under one common ground as a people. But we won't come together when you get on here and say shit like fuck the Moors, fuck the Hebrew Israelites, and fuck the Muslims, just because at this particular time you down with Africa or you down with Egyptology. I learned a lot of things on here from Hebrew Israelites, from Moors, from people who study Kemet or study Egyptology. I learned a lot from all these people. All of these people have truth. Those of you who are centered around Africa, you're not the only one with the truth. Those of you who are centered around Egyptology, you're not the only one with the truth. And I think it was Aline Bay that said it best, that we want to pick up pieces of the puzzles, an Egyptology piece of the puzzle, and say, I have the answer, I have the truth. Or Muslim piece of the puzzle and say, I have the answer, I have the truth. Or more science piece of the puzzle and say, I have the answer and I have the truth. What we need to do is take each pieces of those puzzles and see how they all correlate and relate to one another. You know, you can't say fuck the Hebrew Israelites, fuck the Muslims, fuck the Moors, or fuck this group, fuck that group, fuck the native Indians, or fuck the Olmecs. You can't say that. That all that is disuniting us. You know, I think, me personally, I learned best from the Moors on here. You know, I like their strategy, how to bring us together as a people. They're basically, their strategy is saying, we study law, and we study science, and we study history, and we get the respect as a nation, and we build ourselves up as a nation. That sounds more feasible than to go out and say, Africa, 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 let's go pick up some guns and shoot the white man. You got some people on here that suggest or even killing their black brothers because they don't agree with a certain strategy. I actually heard some videos on here where people suggested that other people should be killed. You guys are bugging, man. And then you're doing it on YouTube. The white man right now is laughing at you so-called black nationalist groups. You get on here and you tell your strategy. They know who all of the leaders are. I'm beginning to be suspect. You know, at first I wasn't suspect. I'm beginning to be suspect with some of you people who claim that you're leaders, because you get on here, you talk all this shit, what we gonna do, what we gotta do, what we gonna do, what we gotta do on YouTube. Who you think own YouTube?